welcome back to all you beautiful infinite gems out there. Thank you all so very much for tuning in today with Graceful Breakthroughs. It is always my pleasure to be here with you guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We're doing a 21-day self-love devotion, which is called Self-Love, the Love of My Life. And before I dive into day 15 of the 21-day self-love devotion, I wanted to share another layer as to why I actually initiated this devotion. In the beginning of my self-love journey, when I would get feedback from other people who I really appreciated and I really valued their opinion, they would tell me, oh, love yourself, honey. You have to love yourself. You need to know your worth no matter where you're at. You have to love yourself. And so I was sitting and I'm like, okay, I sat down and I just really reflected on that. I was like, okay, love myself, love myself, love myself. How do I do that? Like, what am I supposed to do? So then I Googled literally how to love yourself. Like, how do you love yourself? And a lot of things popped up. Things like, oh, take yourself out on a date. Go on a trip, go take yourself to get some food, buy yourself something nice. A lot of the things that were materialistic, right? Things that I could get instant gratification from, oh, I went and got my nails done. Yay, I love myself. Or, oh, I went and got my hair done. Yay, I love myself. So I started doing those things and I was like, oh yeah, bet. Okay, I'm gonna do this, 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 and that. And then I know my worth and I'm gonna love myself. And I love myself because I did these things. So some time passed and then I'm sitting and I'm like, okay, I did all these things, but how come I don't feel like I love myself? I still feel, angry. I still feel, resentment. I still feel guilty. I still feel these emotions that I thought would go away if I loved myself. So from that advice that I had found on the internet and things like that, I was like, okay, so all I really got out of that is a bunch of new foods that I love because I tried new foods and I took myself to different places, and a lot of trips to Bath and Body Works, which I don't mind at all because I do like to smell good and I like the candles and all that stuff. But it still wasn't getting me to the root of my problem, which knowing my worth was the root and loving myself was the problem. So when those things weren't working for me, I was like, okay, well, I gotta go another route. So I started diving deeper and I started listening to Ralph Smart on Infinite Waters, and that is when I was like, oh, okay, I really have a lot of work to do. So let me get started. So I found out that self-love was really about, how you feel on the inside, how you portray yourself and you put yourself out in the world. Your character, who you are, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel bad, what you want to release, what you want to let go. Diving all the way into the depths of your being and really, really, really coming into contact with who you are and what no longer serves you. So that consisted of finding out my triggers, finding out where I needed to set boundaries, finding out who I needed to forgive, letting go of things, having routines, doing things that bring me joy, being my own cheerleader, things like that. Those were things that I needed to get to the bottom of and really let go of, or develop, so that I could unconditionally love myself no matter what, no matter where I'm at in life. Even right now, in the midst of everything that's going on, I'm so at ease because I know that there's a higher power and I know that everything is divinely in order. So there's no worries, and I love myself so much, and I'm confident with the way that I have set up my mind that I have no worries, okay? So it's all about meeting yourself on a spiritual level. So once you get that self-love, that core self-love down, then that spirituality and all of that of who you really are is gonna burst out, and then things will start to change, okay? So that's what the 21-day self-love devotion is all truly about. Getting to know yourself and what you want out of your life on a deeper, deeper level, okay? Not just what meets the surface. And this morning I actually read a quote, and I really, really want to share it with you guys because I feel like it sits well with what I'm saying right now. So it says, do not be fooled by appearances, for things that are visible are brief, but things that are invisible are everlasting. Do not be fooled by appearances, right? We learned that don't judge a book by its cover. Everything that glitters is not gold. But things that are invisible are everlasting. So your character, who you are within, what kind of energy you give out to the world, what type of lover are you, things like that. That is an everlasting, that is in your spirit, and that will live on forever, okay? Okay, Jims. So like I said, today marks day 15 of the 21-day self-love devotion, which is called Self-Love, the Love of My Life. If you haven't done it yet, or you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you can stay up to date with content from Graceful Breakthroughs. If you like what you hear, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and share it with whoever you feel could use the message. So for day 15 of the 21-day self-love devotion, we are focusing on developing a routine. So routines in your daily life, okay? What is a routine exactly? Routine is a habit or a sequence that doesn't vary, okay? It's something that needs to be done and that happens on a daily basis, okay? So when you're deciding to develop a routine, it's really going to help you focus on what is the utmost importance to you and what really doesn't matter or doesn't serve you anymore. So when I decided to create a routine, one of my focuses was my morning routines, because I realized that in the morning is when I set my tone to really see how my day is going to play out. So I had to incorporate a few different things that were most important to me before I walked out of my front door and entered the world. Okay, Jim, so when I started to develop my morning routine, I wanted to incorporate things that would feed me mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, okay? I wanted to get myself all the way centered and grounded before I entered the beautiful world, okay? So the first thing was I woke up and immediately my attitude of gratitude was activated. Attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I have a video called The Ultimate Mind Hack for 2020, and it is all about the attitude of gratitude. The link will be in the description box below under the 21-day self-love devotion. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and give that one a look. Okay, so the attitude of gratitude was activated along with me making my bed. So when I'm making my bed, I'm being thankful and grateful and just giving out that good energy of gratitude. And I'm making my bed is clean and is made, so when I come back, it is nice and clean. And that is the first thing that I have accomplished in the morning, okay? So that just sets the tone like, hey, I'm accomplishing things, I'm knocking things out, what is next, all right? So then the next thing was me going and making sure that, you know, my body is well. So I'm going to get hydrated. I drank some water, I took my vitamins, medication, and I made sure that my body was ready to go and it was fueled the right way. You know, obviously I needed to eat, but my first thing was I'm going to drink some water, some lemon water to be exact. If I didn't have lemons and I ran out, I'd put some emergency in it. And if not, I would just drink some straight up water, which is totally fine too. Okay, and then I wanted to incorporate, you know, a prayer and a communication with God. I really wanted to sit down and journal and listen to what He wanted me to do for the day or what needed to be done, things like that. So that was a very essential part of it, along with incorporating my meditation. You know, 20, 30 minutes, whatever, however long I felt like I needed it that day. And then as I got ready, I would do my affirmations in the morning and I would just, you know, speak life over myself and into myself all day after that. I definitely gave myself enough time to do these things. So when you are starting a morning routine and you're starting any type of routine, you want to be careful and watch your time management. So if I'm giving myself, you know, I want to do this, 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 and that, and I only gave myself 30 minutes to do it, I'm probably going to be rushing it, or I'm not going to do it to the best of my ability. You know what I mean? I'm just going to do it so I can get on. And then that just leaves you all over the place because you don't want to feel rushed in the morning. You don't want to feel stressed. You want everything to flow organically. And that's why you make the routines and then you get into them and then they just become a habit and then it's just a natural part of your life. Okay, so when developing your morning routine, if you guys feel like maybe you're lost or you don't know where to start, just start with writing down like what you want to accomplish. Like what do you want to get out of your life, or what do you want to get out of this day, or your weeks or something like that, and then incorporate things that you can do in your daily routine so that you can get to where you want to go. If you don't have a routine yet, I strongly encourage you to do so. It will take you to different places. It's going to stretch your self-discipline. It's going to stretch your self-control. You're really, really, really going to see things from a different light and really take into consideration what is the most important and what really is just nonsense and really just not there for you, okay? So if you're new to the 21-day self-love devotion, I will always have an affirmation that you can repeat and that will help keep you grounded with your intentions. So the affirmation to keep you grounded with the intention of setting routines and sticking to them is: I develop and stick to my routines to keep me mindful of what is most important to me and where I'd like to go in life. Okay, Jim, so that is a wrap for day 15 of the 21-day self-love devotion. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. And remember to always lead with love, be willing to learn, and I will see you guys very soon for the next video. Mwah. Peace out.